Imagine a discovery that challenges everything we think we know about history. Buried deep beneath the sands of Saudi Arabia, it comes not from renowned archaeologists or religious zealots, but from a group of curious atheists. What they found was so shocking that it echoed around the world, leaving scientists and theologians with one inevitable question: what if everything we know is wrong? This isn't just about maps and history books. It's about what we believe, how we understand ancient stories, and what they mean to millions of people around the world. Mount Sinai isn't just a mountain, it's a symbol of faith. For Jews, it is the place where they became God's chosen people. For Christians, it's a beacon of divine law and grace. For Muslims, it serves as the conduit for God's message to reach humanity. Let's talk about Saudi Arabia for a moment. When most people think of it, they imagine vast deserts, shimmering heat, and the holy cities of Mecca and Medina. But beneath its sands lies a treasure trove of history, ancient cities, forgotten rituals, and clues to civilizations that came before us. Recently, researchers unearthed something truly remarkable, evidence that Mount Sinai might not be where we thought. The signs are all there: a mountain with a scorched peak, pathways that lead to nowhere, and even a mysterious pile of rocks covered in ancient carvings of animals. In the late 1800s, a British explorer named Charles Baker proposed a radical idea. He believed Mount Sinai wasn't in Egypt at all, but in northwest Saudi Arabia, near the Gulf of Aqaba. He based his theory on the Bible's descriptions of fire and smoke, which he initially thought pointed to a volcano. However, when he visited the mountain, he realized it wasn't volcanic. Still, he couldn't shake the feeling that this location matched the biblical narrative better than anything in Egypt. Fast forward to the 20th century, and another controversial figure, Ron Wyatt, enters the scene. Wyatt was no ordinary researcher. He was an adventurer fueled by faith. He claimed to have found astonishing evidence supporting the Saudi Arabian Mount Sinai theory. A scorched peak, a mountaintop blackened as if burned by fire, the golden calf altar, the ancient images of bulls and oxen adorn a cluster of rocks. Ancient campsites, the massive encampments near the mountain, may have served as resting places for the Israelites during their exodus. Let's turn our attention to Saudi Arabia itself. For most of us, the region conjures images of vast deserts and scorching sun. However, delve deeper, literally, and discover a land brimming with untold tales. Fossil records show that what is now an arid desert was once a lush green paradise. Rivers flowed where there's now only sand, and prehistoric creatures like elephants and hippos roamed the landscape. This fertile environment makes Saudi Arabia a plausible setting for the Exodus journey. If the Israelites truly wandered for 40 years, they would have needed water, food, and shelter, all of which this ancient landscape could have provided. The clash between science and faith in this debate is fascinating. Similar to the Bible, the Quran describes Mount Sinai as the location where God revealed his word to Moses. But the Quran also hints at Arabia being a central stage for these events. In Galatians 4:25, even the Apostle Paul refers to Sinai as being in Arabia. Modern satellite imagery and geological studies have added fuel to the fire. Satellite scans reveal ancient trade routes, long-forgotten rivers, and human settlements that line up with the biblical narrative. Jabal al-Lawz, a mountain in northwest Saudi Arabia near the Gulf of Aqaba, is at the center of this debate. The features of these mountains intriguingly align with descriptions found in the Bible. Nearby, researchers have found ancient petroglyphs depicting bulls and other animals, evoking the story of the Israelites' worship of the golden calf at the mountain's base. There is even evidence of what some claim to be ancient encampments, lending credibility to the idea that this region was once a gathering place for a large nomadic group. While the theory is captivating, it has drawn significant scrutiny. Many experts argue that the evidence is circumstantial and lacks definitive proof. For instance, the scorched peak could simply be a result of natural geological processes rather than divine fire. Similarly, the carvings of animals might reflect local cultural practices rather than the biblical narrative. Critics also point out the absence of artifacts that would definitively link the site to the Exodus story, such as pottery or inscriptions confirming the presence of the Israelites. Adding to the complexity of this debate is the lack of consensus on the Exodus route itself. The Bible describes the Israelites crossing a body of water, referred to as the Red Sea, and journeying through the wilderness before reaching Mount Sinai. However, scholars have proposed a wide range of possible routes from Egypt to the Arabian Peninsula. Without a universally accepted path, identifying the true location of Mount Sinai becomes even more challenging. The traditional placement of Mount Sinai in Egypt's Sinai Peninsula has deep roots. Built in the 6th century AD, St. Catherine's Monastery sits near a mountain long associated with the biblical Mount Sinai. Over centuries, this site has become a destination for religious pilgrimage, solidifying its connection to the sacred story. Moving Mount Sinai to Saudi Arabia would mean rethinking not only the geography of the Exodus, but also the legacy of this historic and spiritual landmark. Hidden beneath the shifting sands of Saudi Arabia lies a prehistoric mystery that has captivated archaeologists and historians alike. Known as mustatils, these rectangular stone structures, some stretching over 600 meters, offer a glimpse into the lives, rituals and beliefs of Neolithic-era peoples who inhabited the region thousands of years ago. Recent excavations of these remarkable monuments have unveiled fascinating details about the ancient culture that built them, transforming our understanding of Arabia's prehistoric landscape. The term mustatil, which means rectangle in Arabic, refers to the shape of these peculiar stone structures. First identified in the 1970s, over 1,600 mustatils have been documented across Saudi Arabia, concentrated in the northwestern regions. They are constructed from sandstone blocks and feature elongated walls that form a rectangle. Most have an open end, while some include a central chamber or upright stones that suggest a symbolic or ritualistic purpose. The Neolithic period, approximately 7,000 years ago, saw the construction of these structures, a time when the Arabian Peninsula was not the arid desert it is today. During this time, the region experienced a wetter climate, with lush grasslands, flowing rivers, and a thriving ecosystem that supported early human communities. The mustatils, therefore, reflect a society deeply connected to its environment, relying on agriculture and pastoralism. Excavations of mustatils have revealed their significant ritualistic and cultural roles. Archaeological evidence suggests that they were sites of communal gatherings and possibly sacrificial rituals. One of the most striking finds within a mustatil was a central beital, or standing stone, surrounded by over 260 animal bones, primarily from cattle, sheep, and goats. This act of animal sacrifice serves as a poignant reminder of the mustatil's likely spiritual significance. People may have built the structures as places of worship or as ceremonial sites for rites of passage. The placement of these structures along ancient trade routes and near water sources suggests their potential use for communal rituals related to seasonal changes, agricultural cycles, or herd prosperity. One intriguing discovery involved a burial chamber adjacent to a mustatil structure. Researchers found human remains there, dating them to several centuries after the animal sacrifices. This indicates that the mustatils remained significant to local communities for generations, possibly evolving in their use and meaning over time. The mustatils also offer clues about the broader Neolithic culture of Arabia. The societies that built these structures appear to have had a strong communal identity. Constructing a mustatil required the coordinated effort of a large group, highlighting the importance of shared goals and collective labor in these early communities. Shared beliefs, seasonal gatherings, or the need to secure resources during periods of environmental fluctuation may have driven this unity. Furthermore, the existence of such a large number of mustatals across a vast area suggests that this cultural practice was widespread, transcending individual tribes or groups. The similarities in their design hint at shared rituals or a common spiritual framework that connected disparate communities across the region. The study of mustatils also contributes to a broader understanding of Arabia's prehistory. Traditionally viewed as a barren, inhospitable region, the Arabian Peninsula is now recognized as a cradle of human innovation and adaptation. The mustatils are a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of the region's early inhabitants. In the arid expanse of western Saudi Arabia lies a remarkable archaeological site that sheds light on the region's early history. Unearthed in Al-Ula, a 4,400-year-old settlement has revealed a sophisticated Bronze Age society, providing evidence of early urbanization in an area often overlooked in discussions of ancient civilizations. This discovery not only highlights the ingenuity of its inhabitants, but also places Al-Ula at the center of trade, culture, and technological innovation during the Bronze Age. Al-Ula, a region already renowned for its monumental rock formations and Nabatean sites like Hegra, Madain Salih, has now added another layer to its historical significance. Excavations have unearthed a settlement that dates back to around 2400 BCE, showcasing early urban planning and societal organization. The site contains the remains of mud brick structures, stone walls, and pathways that indicate a well-planned community. Archaeologists also uncovered artifacts such as pottery, stone tools, and beads, reflecting a society with advanced craftsmanship and trade connections. The discovery of storage pits and granaries suggests that the settlement had a robust agricultural system, capable of sustaining a growing population. These features point to a shift from nomadic lifestyles to a more sedentary and organized way of life. Mud brick homes and communal structures at the site suggest a level of social stratification. Some buildings were larger and more elaborately constructed, potentially indicating a hierarchy within the community. Additionally, the presence of dedicated storage areas points to the collective management of resources, a hallmark of early urban societies. The discovery of intricate beads and ornaments highlights the community's artistic sensibilities and suggests the existence of specialized craftsmen. These findings indicate that the settlement was not only self-sufficient, but also actively participated in regional trade networks. One of the most striking aspects of the Al-Ula settlement is its strategic location. Situated along ancient trade routes, the region likely served as a vital link between civilizations in Mesopotamia, the Levant, and the Arabian Peninsula. The discovery of artifacts made from materials not native to the area, such as lapis lazuli and obsidian, underscores Al-Ula's role as a hub for long-distance trade. These trade connections likely facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies, accelerating the region's development. The evidence of agricultural tools and advanced irrigation techniques found at the site suggests that Al-Ula was both a center of innovation and a crucial supplier of resources to neighboring regions. The architectural and technological advancements of the settlements reveal a society that was adapting to its environment with remarkable ingenuity. Irrigation systems and storage facilities indicate a deep understanding of water management, essential for survival in a semi-arid climate. The cultivation of crops and domestication of animals provided the community with a stable food supply, enabling population growth and economic expansion. The discovery of burial sites near the settlement adds another dimension to our understanding of this Bronze Age community. The graves, some of which contained grave goods such as pottery and personal ornaments, hint at complex belief systems and rituals. These findings suggest that the people of Al-Ula placed significant importance on the afterlife, aligning with practices seen in other contemporary Bronze Age cultures. The discovery of a 4,000-year-old fortified town, Al-Natar, in the Khaybar oasis of Saudi Arabia, provides a remarkable glimpse into a transformative period in human history. This ancient settlement marks a significant shift from nomadic traditions to a more settled urban lifestyle. The findings highlight the ingenuity and adaptability of the region's early inhabitants, who thrived in a challenging environment. Strong defensive walls and strategically placed towers at Al-Natar suggest its construction as a defense against external threats and harsh environmental conditions. The layout of the town reflects careful planning, with residential areas, communal spaces, and evidence of agricultural practices. These elements indicate a society that valued stability and cooperation, likely driven by the need to sustain a growing population. Artifacts discovered at the site include tools, pottery, and remnants of trade goods, pointing to a network of economic exchange that extended beyond the oasis. This fortified town served as a hub for regional commerce and cultural interaction, linking it to other ancient civilizations. The transition from nomadism to urbanization in Al-Natar demonstrates the evolving relationship between humans and their environment. By mastering water management and agricultural techniques, the town's residents were able to thrive in the oasis, paving the way for the development of more complex societies in the Arabian Peninsula. Adding to the intrigue is the ongoing debate surrounding the location of Mount Sinai. Long associated with Egypt's Sinai Peninsula, new evidence suggests it could lie within Saudi Arabia. If you are enjoying this story, consider supporting the content by clicking the Super Thanks button below. Your support is fueling the creation of new insights, spreading knowledge, and illuminating the way for more content like this. If proven, this revelation would fundamentally alter our understanding of one of history's most sacred narratives, calling into question centuries of tradition. This debate underscores the dynamic nature of history, where each new discovery has the potential to reshape what we know about the past. These revelations remind us that history is not static. It is a living narrative enriched with each new discovery. Saudi Arabia's ancient monuments and settlements challenge us to look deeper, to question long-held assumptions, and to see the past as a source of inspiration for understanding the complexity of human civilization. Thanks for watching. Join our community by subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video.